Peace and blessings, everyone. My name is Leon, you are an awesome human being, and this is Zimbo FPL. Here is the team review for Gameweek 4. Robert Sanchez returned a solid 6 points for his clean sheet against Brentford and remains one of the better performing 4.5 million goalkeepers. Trent Alexander-Arnold, Ben White and Shane Duffy composed the back three, with Alexander-Arnold scoring a whopping 12 points for his assist and clean sheet, and claiming 3 bonus points along the way. There were clean sheets for White and Duffy as well, but both were unfortunately booked, losing a point each. All things considered, a good showing from the defense. The midfield was quite mixed this week. Diogo Jota was unlucky not to get any returns against Leeds, as he created many opportunities for Sadio Mane and had 6 attempted assists for the game. Ferran Torres had 4 shots in the box with 1 on target, but couldn't find the back of the net and was substituted off after 63 minutes. Mason Greenwood got an assist, which means he has returned in each of his games thus far. His impact may be diminished though, as Cristiano Ronaldo has now occupied the striker role. Might be worth considering moving him on in the future. Mohamed Salah scored the most points of the midfielders in this team, having scored his 100th Premier League goal against Leeds, which continues his strong form. Only teammate Sadio Mane could better his big chances among midfielders this week. Mr. Sissoko had an average game against Wolves, having come off the bench to replace Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who didn't play this week. Michail Antonio suffered the ignominy of getting sent off right at the end of his match against Southampton, meaning we'll be without him for the next game week. Having had used the wildcard to fix up the team last week, replacing Michail Antonio may not be an option at this stage, and even if it was, Michail Antonio's superb showing so far this season may still merit hanging on to him. The decision to captain Cristiano Ronaldo on his Premier League return paid dividends. Ronaldo netted a healthy 26 points as captain, scoring 2 arguably fortunate goals, taking our total to 74 points for Gameweek 5. Not bad at all for the wildcard team. Up next, we'll discuss the transfer strategy for Gameweek 5. Dominic Calvert-Lewin was on the team before we learned that he would be out until October with a muscle injury, in addition to his broken toe. This has meant that we've had to rejig the team a bit. With 1 free transfer and the wildcard having already been played, our options are rather limited. One move that could be on the cards is to swap Calvert-Lewin for one of Raul Jimenez or Patrick Bamford. Bamford's stats have been alright this season. Leeds have had a tough fixture run, but the next few are rather promising. With a defensively leaky Newcastle up next, Bamford has had more goals and assists than Raul Jimenez so far this season. Not for the lack of trying on Jimenez's part, however. Bamford leads the metrics in terms of expected points per 90 with 4.12 versus Jimenez's 3.64. Jimenez may be unlucky, but the stats do favour Bamford. Bamford has a higher expected goals and shots on target, though Jimenez has a much higher attempted assists and shots in the box. It's a tough choice, but Bamford seems the most solid pick, if only for a little while. With all that in mind, the starting lineup will look very similar to the team that ended Gameweek 4, with Sissoko moving into midfield to cover for Antonio, and Patrick Bamford coming in to replace Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Robert Sanchez retains his spot on the team. Leicester have been underperforming from an attacking perspective this season so far, surprisingly boasting the second lowest expected goals figure ahead of Watford. Trent Alexander-Arnold is the best of the attacking defenders in the game, ranking first for big chances created so far, and boasting 20 attempted assists. That's 7 ahead of any player in all positions in the Premier League this season. Ben White and Shane Duffy hold their spots in defence. As explained before, Duffy faces a Leicester City side that have not met expectations from an attacking perspective. Whilst the alternative, Brandon Williams, is on the bench. He is part of one of the leakier defences in Norwich, and despite facing one of the weaker attacks in Watford, I'm tempted to back Duffy, who has had a thoroughly impressive showing so far in defence this season. Do you think that's the right call? Who would you play between Duffy, White and Williams? Let me know in the comments below. The midfield unit of Jota, Torres, Greenwood, Salah and Sissoko will start this week, with Roberto Firmino still out for the next little while. And with still good underlying numbers, Jota keeps his place for now. Ferran Torres blanked last game week, but I'm still hoping that he survives Pep Roulette for another game week as City face Southampton. Mason Greenwood still has appeal in the short term, but depending on the likes of Rashford returning to full fitness, he will be worth keeping an eye on for a potential replacement. Both Diogo Jota and Mason Greenwood remain in the top 5 for midfielders in terms of shots in the box, which is also rather promising. Up top, we have Cristiano Ronaldo facing West Ham and Patrick Bamford facing Newcastle. Ronaldo already ranks in the top 5 for expected goals amongst forwards this season, which bodes well. The eventual plan, though, may be to swap Cristiano Ronaldo for Romelu Lukaku in time for Chelsea's Gameweek 7 fixture swing. But owning Ronaldo seems to be the favourable option, at least for the moment. This is worth watching and rolling with the punches that the season throws. With Liverpool being at home, and being the current XG leaders amongst all teams, and Mohamed Salah being top for shots on target with Mikel Antonio, Salah makes a compelling case to be named captain for this week. Cristiano Ronaldo is also a strong shout. This may all change though depending on news as the deadline looms. And that's the Game Week 4 review. Please let me know what you think in the comments section below. How are you doing in your FPL season so far? What do your teams look like? Let me know down in the comments. Thank you for watching. If you're new around here, a sub would be very much appreciated. Take care, God bless, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.